Your API should not trust random requests. If a client can call your endpoint without a real token, you do not have an application boundary. In this video, we secure an AspNetCore web API with Microsoft Entra ID, formerly Azure AD, and we separate three ideas that beginners often mix together: authentication, authorization. Here is the mental model. The client asks Microsoft Entra ID for an access token. The client sends that token to your API in the authorization header. AspNetCore validates the token signature, issuer, audience, and expiry. But your job is not finished there. The API should also check that the token has the right scope or app role for the endpoint being called. Start in Microsoft Entra with an app registration for the API. Give the API an application ID URI. Expose a scope, for example access as user. Then let the client application request that scope. This is the point where your API becomes a protected resource instead of just another public HTTP server. In AspNetCore, Microsoft Identity, Web wraps the common Microsoft identity setup. Add the package, configure AddJwtBearer authentication, bind the Entra settings from configuration, then call use authentication and use authorization in the pipeline. This is the wiring that lets AspNetCore validate bearer tokens. Put the identity configuration in app settings or environment variables. Do not hardcode tenant IDs across the codebase. Do not show real secrets. The API usually needs the tenant, client ID, and audience. Your exact values come from your Entra app registration. The authorize attribute or require authorization blocks anonymous callers. But the protected web API guidance is clear. APIs should verify the expected scopes for delegated user calls or app roles for daemon-style application calls. Otherwise, a valid token for the wrong purpose can slip into places it should not access. Test 3 outcomes. No token should return 401. A valid token with the wrong permission should return 403. A valid token with the correct scope or role should return 200. If every failure becomes a generic 500, your API is not telling clients what happened. Most API auth bugs are configuration bugs, wrong audience, wrong tenant. The client requested the wrong scope. Middleware was added in the wrong order. Or the API validates the token but never checks authorization. Keep a small troubleshooting checklist and test with intentionally bad tokens so you know the failure paths work. To recap, register the API, expose a scope, configure AddJwtBearer validation, protect endpoints and check scopes or app roles. Authentication proves who is calling. Authorization decides what they are allowed to do. You need both before this API is ready for serious use.